Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Students, this is your lecture number 1 of biochemistry. The major highlights in this lecture, we will discuss the introduction to biochemistry. First of all, the introduction to biochemistry, then the history of biochemistry, and then the molecular logic of life, that involves the basic principles of biochemistry. Students, first of all, we will discuss the introduction to the biochemistry. The first one is biochemistry is the science that is concerned with the chemical basis of life. And the second one, it is also concerned with the chemical composition of living cells, reactions, as well as the processes that are taking place in living systems and in living organisms. And the third one, the principles of biochemistry are applied in the field of biology and physiology. In the field of biology is concerned with the study of life, whereas physiology is concerned with the study of functions that are taking place in living organisms, that are taking place in living organisms. And the fourth function of biochemistry, you can say that biochemistry also plays an important role in understanding of different phenomena in the field of biology as well as in medical sciences. And the fifth one, biochemistry also encompasses the large areas of cell biology, molecular biology, and molecular genetics. We will discuss these terms one by one. Now we will define cell biology. Cell biology is the combined study of cell structures plus cell functions that are taking place in living organisms. Cell structures as well as cell functions, जब आप इनकी दोनों की combined study करते हैं, then it comes under the category of cell biology. And the next one is molecular biology, which is the field of biology that involves the studies of composition, structure, and interaction of cellular molecules such as nucleic acid and proteins. And the third one is molecular genetics. Molecular genetics is concerned with, or it is the branch of genetics that investigates the chemical and physical nature of genes. And mechanisms by which genes control development, growth, and physiology. So this is all about the introduction of biochemistry. Now, what is biochemistry? Biochemistry is derived from the term bio and chemistry. Bio means life, whereas chemistry is involves the chemical reactions. So we call biochemistry as the chemistry of life. So biochemistry is defined as, we can say that it is chemistry of life. Now we will define biochemistry, which is defined as the branch of medical science that seeks to describe the structure, organization and functions of living matter in molecular terms. Biochemistry tells you about the structure कि कोई भी organism जो है या कोई भी living system जो है उसका structure क्या है, उसकी organization क्या है, किस तरह से वो organize हुआ है, उसके अंदर किस तरह से cells जो हैं वो organize arrange हुए हैं, and as well as the functions जो है कोई भी cell है उसका living matter के अंदर या living organism में जो वो present है तो उसका क्या function है, तो इन सारों को हम study करते हैं biochemistry. Now we will discuss the principal areas of biochemistry, and these principal areas provides us the molecular logic of life. These principal areas of biochemistry provides us the molecular logic of life. And these principal areas of biochemistry are 3 in number, and these includes number 1, structural chemistry, the second one is metabolism, and the third one is chemistry of molecular genetics. And we will discuss these 3 principal areas of biochemistry one by one. First principal area of biochemistry involves structural chemistry, and this structural chemistry involves the biological structure. This involves the structure. This involves the structure and function of biological macromolecules. Which involves carbohydrates, proteins, fats, lipids, and nucleic acids, etc. Next, we will discuss the metabolism as the principal area of biochemistry. Now, what is metabolism? Metabolism is defined as sum of all the chemical reactions that are taking place in living organisms. Sum of all the chemical reactions taking place in living organisms. And these includes further two type of processes. One is called as anabolism and the second one is called as catabolism. जैसे कि स्टूडेंट्स मैंने भी आपको बताया कि मेटाबॉलिज्म में जो है मेटाबॉलिज्म क्या होता है, सम ऑफ ऑल द केमिकल रिएक्शंस जो कि बॉडी के अंदर हो रहे हैं, जितने भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस बॉडी के अंदर हो रहे हैं लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स में, तो उन सारे केमिकल रिएक्शंस को कलेक्टिवली हम कहते हैं कि मेटाबॉलिज्म. अब हम डिस्कस करते हैं कि इसमें दो फर्दर इसकी क्लासेस हैं जिसको हम कहते हैं कैटाबॉलिज्म एंड एनाबॉलिज्म. अब हम उसको डिस्कस करते हैं. हियर आर द टू मेन टाइप्स ऑफ metabolism. Now we will define these terms one by one. Now, what is catabolism? Catabolism. Catabolism involves the breaking down of compounds. Breaking down or the breakdown of compounds. जब कंपाउंड्स ब्रेक डाउन होंगे तो उस ब्रेकिंग को हम कहते हैं कैटाबोलिज्म। जब भी केमिकल रिएक्शन हो रहा होगा उसके दौरान, जो कि बॉडी में आपकी केमिकल रिएक्शंस होंगे, उस दौरान जो आपके बॉडी के अंदर कंपाउंड्स ब्रेक डाउन होंगे, उस प्रोसेस को हम कहते हैं कैटाबोलिज्म। एंड फॉर दिस पर्पस एनर्जी इज रिलीज्ड एंड इट रिलीजेस energy. Whereas in the case of anabolism को अगर हम डिस्कस करें, anabolism it involves the building up of compounds. तो आप इसी को सही कर सकते हैं। anabolism क्या होगा? That involves the building up of compounds. The building up of compounds or the synthesis of compounds. Building up क्या है? Synthesis. तो synthesis of compounds, और इसमें क्या होगा? anabolism में releases energy नहीं होगा बल्कि it consumes energy. इसमें energy use करनी पड़ेगी, आपको consume करनी पड़ेगी. So it consumes energy. Next we will discuss the third principal area of biochemistry, and which involves the chemistry of molecular genetics. Molecular genetics, in molecular genetics it explains how life is replicated, and it also explains the regulation of protein synthesis. So we write here that explains how life is replicated, and the second thing, it explains the regulation of protein synthesis. So this is all about the three principles of biochemistry, principal areas of biochemistry, which provides you the molecular logic of life. Students, next we will discuss the history of biochemistry. First of all, Carol Skeel, who is the Swedish founder of biochemistry, who studied the chemical composition of matter, that how the matter is composed of. And in 1840, Sheldon and Chavan formulated the cell theory, and both concluded that all the animals and plants are composed of cells. That all the animals and plants are composed of cells. Later on, in 1875, Walter Fleming discovered chromosomes during the process of cell division in 1875. Carol Newsberg, who is a German scientist, who first time used the term or word biochemistry. And in 19th century, that is in 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick, both scientists, described the double helical structure of DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, that is responsible for transferring the genetic information from one generation to another generation. Transferring genetic information. That is responsible for transferring the genetic information from one generation to the next generation. Next, in 1897, Edward and Hans Buchner found that extracts from yeast could bring about the process of fermentation of sugar into ethanol. And in 1838, Frederick Wohler synthesized the urea, which is an organic compound. Synthesized urea, which is an organic compound that contains carbon contents in them, from ammonium cyanate by the reaction that is from ammonium cyanate, and this is the formula of urea. And Wohler synthesized the urea from ammonium cyanate in 1838. Danish J. Score studied the pump that drives sodium and potassium ions across the membranes, and that maintains the balance of sodium and potassium ions across the cell membrane. And in 1857, Louis Pasteur described the process of fermentation and also described the importance of enzymes in the process of fermentation and their role in the process of fermentation. Biochemistry involves general biochemistry, plant biochemistry, and the third one, that is human medicinal biochemistry. Now we will discuss first, that is general biochemistry. General biochemistry is the science that describes and explains the elements and atomic relations of matter, various compounds of the elements and minerals. Whereas plant biochemistry that involves the study of different chemical reactions and the processes that are carried out in plants, such as the process of photosynthesis, respiration, and interaction between these biomolecules. And the third one is human medical and medicinal biochemistry. Here these two terms, that is medical and medicinal biochemistry, these two terms are different. First of all, we will discuss medical, that is human medical biochemistry. Human medical biochemistry is related to the treatment of illness, and injuries. Whereas the human medicinal biochemistry biochemistry is related to the medicine. It is related to the, not with the injuries, it is related to the medicine. A knowledge of biochemistry is essential to all life processes, so we will discuss the importance and significance of biochemistry. Biochemistry plays an important role in the treatment of animals and man. And second importance of biochemistry is that it is helpful to fix the need of food and nutrients in animals, so that the malnutrition in population may be avoided. So malnutrition is the term that refers to the deficiencies, excesses, and imbalances in a person's intake of energy and or nutrients. That refers to the deficiencies, excess, or imbalance or imbalance in person's intake of energy, or you can say that nutrients. तो जब मेल न्यूट्रिशन होगी तो इसमें क्या होगा कि जो है डेफिशिएंसी होगी, यानी कि न्यूट्रिएंट्स या तो डेफिशिएंट होंगे, आपकी बॉडी के अंदर उसकी कमी होगी, या फिर एक्सेस में होंगे, या फिर हम कहते हैं कि इनकी इम्बैलेंस जो है अमाउंट बैलेंस्ड नहीं होगी, तो इसकी वजह से जो है मेल न्यूट्रिशन होती है. और मेल न्यूट्रिशन जो है दैट बोथ ऑफ दीज कंडीशंस, that is overnutrition and undernutrition, that leads to the health problems or health diseases. Biochemistry also plays an important role in developing the strategy for producing the crops in higher proportion. Biochemistry is also used in the science of pharmacology and drugs. Next importance of biochemistry is in the field of is in the process of preservation of fruits and vegetables that can be prolonged with the help of biochemistry knowledge. And the next is its study is helpful in understanding the chemical changes during the storage and processing of food material. The plant breeding and genetics branch of agriculture is based on biochemical mechanism of genes. And all these are included in the significance of biochemistry. Biochemistry also plays an important role in studying the mechanism of different food nutrients. It is also helpful for discussing the problems of biology and for solving the problems of biology and medicinal science. And next, nutritional deficiency diseases, malnutrition, as I have already discussed in the previous slide, planning of balanced diet and energy requirement of human being, all of these involves the knowledge of biochemistry. Biochemistry also plays a significant role in enzymatic reaction of metabolic pathways and its regulation for higher productivity, that is in the process of photosynthesis and in the reduction of respiration rate. And this metabolic pathway, what is meant by the term metabolic pathway? This is a linked series of chemical reactions occurring within a cell. Next, importance of biochemistry is it is helpful to improve the quality of starch through the modification of regulatory enzymes. Now we will discuss what are regulatory enzymes. Regulatory enzyme is any enzyme that is involved in controlling the different metabolic pathways in a cell by switching them on or off. And here I have described the term regulatory enzyme. Next we will discuss the next significance of biochemistry. It is helpful to assess the nutritional quality of starch, protein and carbohydrates and of number of products. It is also helpful to enhance the nitrogen fixation in plants by the use of nitrogen fixing bacteria. Here are some of the methods for determining the biomolecular structures, and these methods include: number one is elemental analysis, by which we can analyze the different elements, that is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. And the next method that is used for determining the biomolecular structures includes UV visible spectroscopy, infrared spectroscopy and nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. NMR stands for nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. In UV visible spectroscopy, we will find out the number of electronic transitions that are present in biomolecular structures or biomolecules. And the next one is infrared spectroscopy. From infrared spectroscopy, we can find out the number of functionalities or number of functional group or the nature of functional group that is present in any biomolecule. And the third one is nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. It provides us the information about the number of nuclear spins that are present in the nucleus. Next one is mass spectroscopy, in which we can find out the mass to charge ratio of different biomolecules. From an X-ray crystallography, we can find out the X-ray structure of different biomolecules, and specific sequencing methods that are also applied for determining the biomolecular structures of proteins and nucleic acid that involves DNA as well as RNA. Biochemistry provides us the difference between living and non-living things. First of all, living things are complicated and highly organized species. The second difference is that each part of living organism appears to have a specific purpose or specific function. The third one is that living organisms are able to extract energy from the environment, that is from the sunlight. And the fourth one is that they are capable of reproducing themselves through generations and are able to transfer their genetic information from one generation to the next generation. And the fifth difference between living and non-living things is that they exhibit common properties of living matter. Biochemistry also provides us the knowledge of biomolecules. Now we will discuss the biomolecules. Biomolecules, the term biomolecule is derived from the word bio. Bio means life or anything that is related to the living organisms. So those molecules that are present or found in living organisms or living matter, these molecules are called as biomolecules. And these include carbohydrates, fats, proteins, lipids, amino acids, etc. And there are two broad types of biomolecules, and these include, number one is small molecules that are called as micromolecules. Why they are called as micromolecules? Because micro is the word that is used for small. So small molecules are called as micromolecules. And the next type is macromolecules, and all those molecules that are larger in size, because the term macro means large. Macromolecules are large sized molecules. Here are the examples of biomolecules. These include carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, amino acids, fatty acids, and nucleic acids. And we will discuss the topic of biomolecules and the examples of biomolecules in our next lecture of biochemistry. Thank you so much.